This morning, a heated debate in Grants Pass. The city council is coming to a decision about monitoring homeless communities.
And a license plate camera was presented in town city council meeting.
Bright skies and warm temperatures in the rest of the week.
Watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6 a.m. on this Thursday morning. Welcome to NewsWatch 12 this morning. I'm David Alvarado.
And I'm Brinkley Hill. We're going to check in with Sarah right now. Sarah, you've been telling us that it's going to be a really nice and dry afternoon if anyone's trying to go to the park or anything like that. But what are things going to look like this morning as people head out the door?
Well, this morning as they head out the door, it is a cooler start over to the east side especially. Some places seeing temperatures into the 30s. Like take a look at Chemult right now, 31 degrees, a really chilly start. But heading over into Medford, we're 51. Down to Northern California, seeing your temperatures into the 40s and over along the coast into the 50s this morning. As you are heading to the bus this morning, you can expect again to see your temperatures cooler over to the east sides and along the mountains. A very chilly start over into the valleys. A few places we could see some fog, and along the coast we're working with that marine layer this morning that should be making its way out as the sun does begin to heat up the atmosphere, and it'll be pushing its way out by the time we head into the afternoon hours. But today we can expect to see temperatures a little bit warmer than yesterday. Temperatures are going to be right on average for this time of year. 84 over into Medford, 75 into Klamath Falls, and a little bit warmer along the coast, 72 into Brookings today. As we head into this weekend, we'll continue to see a dry and warm trend. So any outdoor plans, I would definitely keep them, but we'll go into more details coming up in our next forecasts.
Downtown Medford drivers must pay attention because you're going to have to slow down this morning.
Yeah, there are some new speed changes that are now in place and being enforced. Joining us live is NewsWatch 12's Luke Doughton. Luke, when will people start to get caught for these speeding?
Damian, Brinkley, everybody's going to be getting warnings for about the first month. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on that in just a second, but right now I'm on Riverside Avenue. I'm in between Barnett and 10th Street, and this is where there's also new pavement right here, but it's going from a 35 mile per hour zone to a 30 mile per hour zone. Now let's take a look at a map showing all these speed changes. Central Avenue in between Barnett and 10th Street is going to 20 miles per hour. It was a 30 mile per hour limit. Riverside also has two changes. One of those changes is the one that I talked about between Barnett and 12th Street, where I'm at right now, going to 30 miles per hour. That last change is on Riverside in between Jackson Street and 12th Street. It's dropping to 20 miles per hour. Medford Police will be giving out warnings until October 19th. However, Medford Police told me that doesn't mean that they're not going to be giving out tickets if someone's driving like a maniac, so it's just kind of a discretion thing. So all that means, just make sure you're not driving like a maniac and you won't get that ticket.
You may get a letter in the mail that says, "Hey, just so you know, you were caught going through this zone. This is not a ticket; it's a warning."
We do have another thing to break down, though. With the ticketing and the warnings, there are the red light and speed cameras in downtown Medford. If one of those catches you speeding under these new speed limits, it will not be giving out any tickets. That will always be a warning until October 19th. So again, you have just about a month to slowly adjust to those speed zones, get used to it, so that once October 19th hits, you're not going to worry about getting that ticket. But coming up at 6:45, I'm going to be at a certain spot that you should be looking out for when you're driving in downtown Medford. I know I need to be looking out for it, so make sure I let you know coming up at 6:45. Live in Medford, Luke Doughton, NewsWatch 12.
The eyes of the nation are on you in this room. They are watching what you do, and they're trying to copy it. You guys got a big job ahead of you.
Overnight, the public comment section of a Grants Pass council meeting got pretty heated. The city trying to make a decision on how to monitor homelessness.
NewsWatch 12's Samantha Cadera sat in on the meeting and shares what the community is asking for.
Tensions are rising in the community as residents grapple with the proposed budget for the 2025 fiscal year that allocates nearly $500,000 to tackle the homelessness in Grants Pass, an issue that has been a growing concern among residents since 2013. Many citizens are expressing frustration, feeling that their tax dollars are being spent ineffectively on solutions that simply, quote, don't work. At a recent city council meeting, concerns over the $440,000 supplemental budget general fund were front and center. Residents voiced their anger, with many questioning the need for funding that includes cleaning services, porta potties, and designated hand washing stations. Property owner Indra Nicholas was particularly vocal.
I do not want any more of my tax dollars going to this. Cleaning up $34,000, like you can't even make people clean up after themselves. It's totally irresponsible.
As the discussions intensified, Councillor Rob Pell addressed the challenges the city faces, emphasizing that without designated sites, the consequences could be worse.
The alternative to not have sites that the homeless can rest in is to have the homeless wander around our entire town. So the people that, are really upset and don't want to spend any money, I haven't heard a single constructive criticism or constructive suggestion as to what to do instead. Zero, nothing.
This pushback comes as the city navigates state mandates requiring them to provide safe resting areas for the homeless. Since 2013, this has been a growing issue in Grants Pass, and residents are divided over the best path forward, with some advocating for a managed campground instead.
We did hear from one person tonight that would prefer a managed campground, and there's a lot of validity to that, which costs even more.
As this debate continues, the city faces a tough challenge: how to effectively manage homelessness in Grants Pass while ensuring that taxpayer funds are used responsibly. Yesterday at the meeting, the motion was passed for a $325,000 budget to address homelessness in Grants Pass. Stay tuned as we keep you updated on this developing story and explore the different perspectives within the community. Reporting in studio, Samantha Cadera, NewsWatch 12.
Thanks, Samantha. Police in town are presenting new technology to protect residents.
The Atlanta-based organization Flock Safety offers license plate recognition cameras, or LPRs, as a tool for law enforcement to fight crime. Now, Flock Safety already works with nearly 25 law enforcement agencies throughout Oregon and more than 800 agencies in California. The cameras are powered by solar panels and take still images of vehicles that pass by. Those images are then uploaded to a searchable database for local police.
Flock Safety's LPRs can compare a license plate to state and national databases to see if it's stolen, associated with a wanted suspect, an Amber Alert, or even a Silver Alert. Our community saw this in action in late August. In Klamath County, Flock cameras detected a vehicle that was connected to a missing and endangered woman from Texas. Police were able to stop the car and arrest her suspected kidnapper and get the missing woman from Texas back home safely.
We do not sell it, share it. We don't do anything with this data. All the data belongs to the law enforcement agencies in question. What those law enforcement agencies can do is they can opt to share data with other law enforcement agencies.
Said that different police agencies can also choose to share their LPR databases with one another, since crimes often cross jurisdictions. He added that the LPR cameras were first to hit with homeowners associations when the company started in 2017. But since then, Flock Safety has grown to help law enforcement agencies. But with the possibility of more cameras around you, you might be concerned about privacy.
We're following up on the safety concerns at Crater High School. This week, a gun was taken from a student, and last week there was an online threat posted on social media. NewsWatch 12 spoke with the Center Point Police Department about these safety concerns and their investigation into them. Josh Abbott with CPPD says that it's extremely important that police and schools work together.
When it comes to school events like this, sometimes the best defense, we can put up all kinds of security measures and stuff, but people will figure out ways to get through those. And so one of the biggest things we can rely on is data leakage.
Central Point Police say that the investigation is ongoing, but they believe this incident and the online threats last week are not connected.
Under our Crime Watch, the Jackson County Sheriff's Office is sharing details about a marijuana bust on Highway 140. Deputies stopped a white van with Georgia plates near Salt Creek Road in Eagle Point. A canine search helped find 43 boxes of processed marijuana, totaling more than 2,200 pounds. The driver had paperwork saying that the cargo was hemp, but investigators tested the product for THC content and found out it had more than 17% THC. Criminal charges are being reviewed by the district attorney's office.
Moving into a scam alert this morning, the Josephine County Sheriff's Office says that local businesses are receiving phone calls from a scammer posing as law enforcement. Now, the scammers tell the business that they are working on an investigation and need a list of their current clients along with their phone numbers and emails. The scammer turns around and calls the customers requesting payment for the services that they are receiving. The Sheriff's Office says that it provides a business with a search warrant or subpoena for such information.